Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? It is a Monday, September 18th, I believe. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I am still recuperating, but pushing through. So, I won't take too much of your time, but I do want to mention that on Friday, uh, Nadia so lovingly reminded me after the show that I forgot to give away the next 3 free readings. So we will be doing that today. And since my ability with technology has not figured out the little ticker thingy, I picked 3 numbers before I went live, and they're between 1 and 20. So we'll be doing that towards the end of the show. Okay. But good morning to everyone in the chat. Coffee shop is open, and of course, I will take questions in the chat as well. DHP, I received yours. Rocco, I have yours as well. So, without further ado, we'll just jump right into them. Okay, thank you, DHP. Yeah, I know I'm raspy, but it is what it is. And everybody is better in the household. A lot of this is ascension, and my vision's getting worse, and just a lot of other symptoms. But it's okay. It's all right. It's something I have to deal with, and it's best that our bodies adapt to it. So I'm doing the best I can. And God love Nadia. She works on me all the time, but at some point, her healing abilities, nothing against her, she's beautiful at it, but ascension has to happen. And she can ease the symptoms some, but it just is what it is. So, but we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. And as long as you can understand me, and I hope that my energy is not really low. I am really tired, but it's okay. I am determined. Okay. So let's get started. Imitate your voice, Rock. Honey, I don't think anybody can do it unless you're God. Okay. All right. We'll jump right into it. So we are doing StreamYard today. So if you have a question, I can star it so I don't lose track. DHP, I got yours. Rocco, yours comes with visual aids today because I looked up the picture of the yod. So that way, if people want to understand what it is, we'll show it. So I'm going to do a couple of DHPs first, and then I'll do Rocco's. We'll bounce around a little bit. Okay. Good morning, Michael. Long time no see, honey. I hope you're well. All right. Let's see. We've got, Sister Renee just texted. She says, hello, everyone. And yeah, I'm resting when I can. Well, as much as I can with these little hoodlums I live with, but that's all right. All right, let's start with the first one I have. Of course, old school, printed them out. DHP wants to know, what do the cards pick up on the Tierra Infinitum map? Oh, you're making me do Spanish again. What is it with you? I get it. I understand. I'm just picking on you. Spanish for infinite land or earth. It's a map that depicts 178 worlds/maps under the Great Dome, our dome. No, this is not parallel or other densities related. This is 178 worlds under the same firmament. Yeah, I know what map you're talking about. Okay, so you just want a general reading to know if it's real, if it exists. We can do that. We'll just see what Spirit tells us. Oh, I know you love to challenge me. That's all right. That's how we learn. We have to keep educating ourselves. All right. So let's just see what Spirit says. I'm not feeling this deck. I don't like it. Not today. Just doesn't have enough energy in it. I'm not feeling it. All right. All right. We got cards flying out. That's how we like them. All right. Yeah. Well, it's very accurate, but obviously we know that they've kept these things a secret. Okay. Don't worry. We'll be going to them soon. Okay. Just asking if they exist and then they're true. Absolutely. The Ace of Swords. It is truth. Swords are about words and truth. Yes. But it's been kept a secret for way too long. They don't want you to know. So they've been keeping you distracted. You know, the only ones you need to know about are the 7 continents that we know and study in geography, right? This has been a great, great loss for the collective and the spiritual um, group of people that aren't NPCs, you know, because we know in our heart that there is more to this beautiful world than just those 7 continents. There's actually many, many more than what you were saying, 178. This tells me there's more than that, but that's what's been mapped originally. All right. Now, the positive thing is with the Chariot card, that means we will be traveling to them here in the near future, which is good news. So we'll be able to overcome the thought process of they don't exist. We will be traveling them to them as we ascend. So that's a good positive thing. But DHP, it does confirm that they do exist and we will get to enjoy them. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I got a download that there may be some that we don't want to visit because some of them may be negative and inner wars and fighting. So we may not want to go there. But then there are others that are made for humanity that we will. So I'm sure that once we get to 5D, we'll be able to know the discernment to figure out which ones we can go to, or maybe they've closed them off, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. All right, let's go. I saw Russ's question. Let me star these because I don't want to lose them. For some reason, after a while, it cuts off the top of my chat and I can't go back. So, does it hurt to talk, Moon? No, it doesn't hurt. I'm not in pain. I just sound like crap. It's just really draining because I have to try a little bit extra harder to get the vibration of the pipes working. All right. All right, as long as you can hear me on the mic. Yeah, and I can adjust it if it's not loud enough. All right, I think Russ was the only one that I needed to star as of yet. Okay. Infinite Earths, yeah. Yeah, definitely a whole lot more. There's so much more. One of the interesting things that I think we'll mention on Wednesday for the roundtable is the universal laws. One thing that I've been studying and realizing that if we have infinite universes and parallel densities, some of those laws do not apply. It says universal law, not universal's law. That means if you go beyond a few of these universes, these laws may not even apply. So we'll talk a little bit. I know that goes down a whole other rabbit hole, and the round table's like, oh, great, just broaden it. Well, they're probably studying the same things, but we'll get to, we'll talk about it. But yeah, infinite universes and Earths, very much so. All right. Okie dokie. So let's go to DHP's second one, and then I'm going to jump in and do Rocco's because we have visual aids for that. All right. Just want to verify this. Was Tartaria given to us as a test to see where humanity was level-wise? Okay. And we failed as a collective, so it was taken from us by Father Source. All right. Well, we'll stop there because I don't want to overload spirit. Let's just see if Tartaria was a test. Okay. Now, me personally, what I've studied about Tartaria is it wasn't, I think Father may have allowed it to be destroyed, but that was one of the great battles between, it was affected from Atlantis and Lemuria, but the Anunnaki were involved as well. It was a whole massive worldwide thing because it caused the global mud floods. And I don't like using the term global because it puts us on a ball. You know what I mean? All right. All right. I got you, Moon. I just saw it. I starred you. All right. So let's see if it was taken or if Tartaria was given to us as a test and then taken from us by Father. Let's see what Spirit says. Interesting. You know how I feel about reading in reverse, but when a card shows up and it says you keep it there. All right. Well, I don't know how much more confirmation you need. Okay. Wow. They're really spitting them out. Okay. All right. So first we have an Ace of Wands. So that's a guaranteed yes. All right. Now, this means that the people of Tartaria, there are groups of people that shows determination. They were determined to make it work, but there was interference. All right. And it ended up reversing the process. The Wheel of Fortune it represents that they were very abundant in everything they had, but it got flipped upside down. Now, this is the card that came in upside down. And like I said, I don't care to read them, but when Spirit says so. Now, you remember the Eight of Wands? It's fast moving, happened very quickly. This came in reverse. That means this was a slow process. It took a long time for this to happen. That's why I keep going back to Atlantis and Lemuria, because Tartaria came after that, I believe. I could be wrong, but according to Spirit, this took a very long time to do. And a lot of people from Tartaria moved away. They weren't all destroyed. And I always go to Middle Earth when I get this answer, that they went to Middle Earth. Now, you talk about confirmation that if it was given to humanity to be tested, you have two more aces that came in here. Now, that means we were to speak our truth and we were to be emotionally fulfilled. And apparently, it was all destroyed. So, this was about Father. So, he passed judgment, allowed it to happen, and everyone had to be moved away or destroyed altogether. And then the final card on that is another major arcana, and that's the Fool card. And he's just starting on a new journey and starting a new beginning taking a leap of faith, but they had to go elsewhere to do it. Okay. But yeah, we were tested in all aspects of life, emotionally, spiritually, what we could do physically, look at the beautiful architecture, things like that. But unfortunately, evil creeps in and influences um, mankind, humankind. So, okay, what is the second part of this? Also, are many people that are begging for that perfect world to come back the same people that I love the language. I don't mind repeating it. Are they the same people that will fuck it up again because they're not ready mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, making them too toxic to inhabit such a perfect, beautiful, peaceful world? Okay. Well, we just talked about that spiritually and emotionally. Okay. Well, let's see if that's pretty much a yes or no. Are they the same people? Okay. Now, it's to my understanding, this new beginning that we're going to have, we are the final generation to set it straight once and for all. Meaning, once we correct the course, it will never go that way again because we will advance to a higher density. Now, those that are left behind in the 3 and 4D for a negative timeline, that's on them. I intend not to be here. Well, I might be here. They may leave me here to continue to teach, but I don't know. We'll see. Good morning, King. I figured you was sleeping. All right. All right, let's see. Are these people going to be the ones to mess it up again? I don't know that we would allow them. Well, it doesn't matter what I think. Let's see what Spirit says. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yep, they said base card 2. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought. All right. Nope. A whole new world. That's brand new. New homes, new life, new marriage, new families. This is a beautiful card. It's really hard to read negatively. That's a whole new world opening up to us. What is going to be required is us to stand up and guard it with our life to make sure this does not happen again. Now, that the 6 of Swords, now I always tell you this is moved out of troubled waters. Well, it is emotionally, spiritually. We will above and beyond. Right beside of that is the Magician. That's full ascension. Once we reach that level, this card also is a protector. You must protect who's in the boat and who's going with you. So this is very, very strategic that we have to be truthful and very strategic of how we teach people that it's an honor system. You're going to have to be fulfilled emotionally, spiritually on a level that is way up there. And we have to celebrate together. This is a beautiful thing. So we just stand guard. We just protect it with what we've got. And now that their playbook and the rule book of the enemy is pretty much in front of your face, we'll know what to look for. Okay? All right. All right. So that's 2 of DHPs. Now, Rocco has one. I'm going to read it off my phone, but I'm also going to share a couple of pictures with you because I thought it was fascinating. All right. Now, I'm going to read the question and then I'm going to show you a picture so we know. And some of you probably already know if you're familiar with the Hebrew alphabet. So he's already asked his rods. The pattern on his left hand forms a yod or a yud. I pronounce it yod. I always have, but that's just me, depending on the context. The 10th letter of the Jewish alphabet and the number value of 10. The darkening of the skin and scarring on the left and right hands is specific to divinity, angels, and Yeshua. My hands, fingers each vibrate for a specific divinity by name. That's how I know who they are. By the yod or yut was interesting to me as a download, but I don't know yet what it represents. I have a feeling, but what do the cards say? All right. With that being said, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures so we're all on the same page. This is the first one. So we're all familiar with what it looks like. Okay. And Rocco sent me a video, so I know what his hands are looking like. So because I got the energy off the video, but this is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay. Now, there's something else that's curious that I found, but I'm going to show it to you after I pull cards on it. Okay. All right. Let me get rid of this out of my way here so I can see. Okay. I'm making my hands vibrate. That's a positive thing. It's nothing to be scared. I'm used to it. They're trying to get me to feel what Rocco's feeling. And my thumbs right now are on fire. All right. Beautiful, Rocco. This is beautiful. This is a teaching tool. You're expanding yourself. All right. This is gorgeous. All right. Now, they want you to know one thing. It may feel like a burden, especially when you have pain in your hands, just like pain of stigmata. If it starts to really bother you, don't take it as a burden. Okay. That's what they're telling you. Take it as a learning tool. Baby Page of Cups tells you to get excited about it. All right. You're starting a new path. Well, what are you doing? Well, your card is in here. Your King of Pentacles. That's you. This is going to be used as a teaching tool. What are you teaching? This is a tool for your downloads. All right. This is about spirituality, and your intuition is sharpening to a level that you're not used to. And this is the form that it's coming in. All right. This is a spiritual gift. All right. I think this is a wish upon a star kind of thing. This is a star card. Now, it can be from off-worlders, but it's divinity giving you wishing grants. So she's pouring these two pictures out of her spirituality down to Gaia. Okay. And you're going to help teach the collective these things and how to manifest and use the power of your hands. This is a good thing, Rocco. It's positive. Now, that means that you will have the ability to be even more intuitive when you use the dowsing rods, and probably pick up a couple of more traits along the way. So whether you do, I don't know if you have any desire to do tarot or pendulum or whatever you want to do, maybe just using your hands to heal, but you're going to increase it. Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you a new picture that I found because I don't think I was meant to find it. It wasn't on the normal page. It came up as a suggestion, and I went, I know how to take a hint. All right. So I'm going to bring this picture up and show you, and you tell me what you think or what your gut tells you. This is a representation of Yod, and it shows it is the word hand and fist, usually symbolized by a closed hand representing power or might. So you'll start to see changes in your physical hands, but that's what they were represented as, the Yod. It's very fascinating, but I came across that by accident. And I thought, okie dokie, I will share it. They told me to. So, Rocco, I hope that sets right and resonates with you because I really believe that you're growing on your ascension with your spiritual gifts. So get used to it, darling. It's a good thing. It's a blessing. So um, I'm curious. I'll have to talk to you soon, and you'll have to tell me what you got. But this is what Spirit's saying. All right. You're welcome, honey. The base card on that is the Sun card. Use it for all the joyful power that you can. I mean, look at this guy. Let me take this off the screen so you can see it better. The Sun card. Look at the power in his hands. Okay. That's beautiful. I was going to say you'd be able to manipulate things, but that's the wrong word. Control things or manifest things with your hands. All right. So it's a beautiful thing. All righty. All right. That was Rocco's. Now I've already starred 3. Okay. I got you, Caroline. Let me go back up to the top and I will do a couple of those. Then we'll bounce back to DHP. All right. Let's do. Russ has one. Why are the white hats allowing toxic hamburger meat to be served at fast food chains during this coming National Cheeseburger Week? Are they? Or is that what you've been told? Let's see if it's true or not. And by the way, when NPCs eat these things, it really doesn't affect them that much. They're so used to it. It affects those that are spiritually ascending. I just wouldn't eat it. But let's see if it's true that the white hats are allowing people to eat toxic hamburger meat. Maybe it's some of that replicator stuff, but we'll just see what Spirit says. They're not doing it. Let me take this off the screen. No, they're not. Sit back and watch. Yep. They are not allowing this. They are not, absolutely. King of Wands is trustworthy. You need to trust the leaders of the white hats. No, they're not. That was cleaned up a long time ago. Now, this is where they recommend that, this has been a work in progress. So that's the worker bee. That's all they've been doing is cleaning all it up. Now, if you want to participate, you have the free will to do it. Don't let anybody tell you not to. But this is what Spirit says. That means stand back, lean on your hoe, and wait and see what happens. Okay? That's just wait to see what the results are going to be. I personally wouldn't, but this tells me there is nothing to fear and no anxiety about that anymore. That is, don't worry about it. All right? It's been handled. All right. Now, this is also about swords. So be careful where you're getting this information from. If it's fear mongering and scare tactics, that is not helping your vibration. Okay. Now, this tells me everything is bright and cheery and everything is good. It's cleaned up. All the restaurants seem to have a new open door as far as good, clean food. It's been cleaned up. And the magician, pay attention to how it affects you spiritually. That's great advice with the magician card. Use all the elements and intuition that you have on whether you decide to eat it or not. Trust your gut. Okay. But no, it's not going to affect people that are ascending. I just don't get that it's true. Now that's what Spirit says, and I'm getting that downloaded as well, but it is nothing to worry about. They said pull one more. Okay. It's been stopped. So I really, really would not worry about it. Let's see what your base card was. Oh, yeah. This is them. That's total loss. They've lost control over all of that. They're not very happy about it. So I wouldn't let it worry you, Russ. Okay. All right. On to the next one. Moon. Does heaven have infinite dimensions in each level of heaven? In each level. Okay. Interesting. I like that representation. I just got to download and says, well, if our creator is infinite and he is the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end, and he has no beginning and an end, then I guess all of his worlds would too. But let's see what Spirit says through the cards. Wow. Okay. That's beautiful. 4-card spread for a yes or no. I usually do 3, but they said one more. All right. This is beautiful. Are there infinite dimensions? Yes. The Ace of Wands. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, here's now it's constantly evolving, but I want you to know upon death you'll realize that as well. It's constantly changing and evolving. It's infinite. It's just always moving. Now, unless this guy and you have to go spend time with him, okay? And then you'll be forever locked in a cage and won't be able to experience it. Does that make sense to you? We're not going to do that. But this is also well aspected with the card next to it, and I'll show you that in a second. It means you're breaking free out of the cage and you'll have unlimited access to the infinite heavens that are from the Creator. I want you to look at this card. Now, it's not the Hermit, but I have used this before as the Creator or my Yeshua card, and that is the Emperor. That means full control and leader of all the golden cities of heaven and infinite. So, as long as you follow the light, see how beautiful that is, you'll break out of that cage. You won't have to worry about it. But it says, yes, infinite. Infinite. Yep. Thank you. Another ace. Absolutely. It is infinite and full of abundance. I like the way that's aspected. That Wheel of Fortune is just a Wheel of Fortune. That means just constant abundance. Well, that's good to know. Trust your gut. But heaven goes on forever and ever and ever and is constantly evolving and changing. So, okay. All right. Let's jump back in DHPs and then I will. Okay, I will, I need to refresh my coffee page, but I'll do that in a second. Let's do a couple more DHPs. All right. Can you pull cards on the origin of this is in quotes, twin flame label? Was it created by the 3-letter agencies and was stuff added onto it to make it appeal more to the 3D aspect of a person specifically the females, making them not feel complete without it. All right, let's stop there because there's another question in there. All right, so we want to know if that label was created by three-letter agencies, basically to heighten the idea of the perfect mate, or the females do not feel complete. Well, something tells me this is going to be about balance. I don't think that there's anything wrong with desiring a twin flame mate, or a twin flame doesn't have to be of the opposite sex. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be your best friend. Naughty and I are always making jokes at each other. We have twin brains, which should scare anybody to death. But, we like it because we think so much alike. All right. Let me update my chat here. All right. All right. I got that one. I got it, Peg. Thank you. All right. All right, Kathy, I got you. Okay, I saw it. You wrote it twice. I got it, honey. Okay, I think I'm all caught up there. So I have 3 starred. Quite a few more to do in the coffee. Okay. All right. Mods, do 5 more minutes of accepting questions in the chat, and then we'll close it off, okay? King, you go to bed, honey. My goodness, there is a replay button. It's all right. You can snore. All right. Well, as long as your mic's not on, you're fine. You'll be sucking in the curtains. All right. Coffee page. Yeah, I got it. I need to redo that. It's called refresh, Jen. Okay, I see it. So you bought some coffees and you want me to answer your questions before you go night-night. Okay. Well, let's do this twin flame thing first, and I will jump right over there, darling, so you can go sleepy and we can tuck Dennis in. All right. All right. Twin flames. What is going on behind this? Spiritual, natural, or 3-letter agency influenced? Okay. It's a beautiful card. All right. Okay. I don't need any more than that. Okay. So twin flame is actually of the divine. All right. So that's hangman. And it is about balance. That is enlightenment. It is a positive thing created by the divine creator, and it's great. The Lover's card keeps coming in here with the twin flame questions, because it's a very real thing. All right, but you are onto something when you say that they may have manipulated some of the, I guess, descriptions of it, because this is to cause inner turmoil, to give information out. It's giving and receiving, but it causes people to get all upset, all hot and bothered by it. Like, why can't I find this perfect person? Wow. Okay. Well, is twin flames a real thing? Yes, it is. With the ace, he's very busy today. But I find it fascinating that these cards come in here. The devil card comes back in to deceive and destroy. All right. And the moon is to cause confusion and illusion. So your twin flame can be not just the person of the opposite sex, but yeah, they have manipulated some of the terminology, but the actual twin flame comes from the divine. But of course, they manipulate everything else. Why wouldn't they that, right? All right, let's do the second part of this. It says essentially putting your happiness on your twin flame instead of on the father or oneself. Sorry, 2-3D-ish for my taste. It's okay. We got to ask questions. It's fine. I notice many males don't fall for this. I wouldn't be so sure. Men just don't speak about it. Is mostly females that are still attached to the Prince Charming fairy tale syndrome. Yeah, I'm not quite sure it's all females. Men want a good woman too. Or, I'm not going to get into the gay debate if you're looking for a man or looking for a woman. I don't care. You do you, boo. But as far as the title, I don't know that it's just women. But I like the part of your question about, does it make you rely on that twin flame more than our creator, or going within and handling it with yourself? All right. All right. I'm just reading the chat as I shuffle. You guys are so funny. I got you, DHP. Yeah. Well, okay, I agree with you. They don't tend to use the term twin flame or soulmate, you know, or at least they don't verbally voice their opinion. Wow. Okay. They ain't playing. Okay. That's advice. All right. It's funny how these cards work. The spirit cracks me up. All right. So when it comes to the females, not paying attention to the father or going within, yes, the idea of twin flame is to keep you distracted and to hoodwink you and keep you trapped so you don't know your own truth. Remember, swords are about words. All right. Now, this is where I think it's funny. They put the whole kit and caboodle with the family. Here's your king and queen, happy little couple to start their family with the babies. That's the whole family that showed up. Says this is the ideal twin flame thing that's in women's head. This is ideal for most. I'm not going to say all, but that is their ideal. And they're so focused on it. It has to be perfect. It is a distraction. If you go within and work on yourself and rely on your creator, the creator will give it to you if that's your heart's desire. So we need to refocus on what we call a twin flame. Your advice card that came in was the King of Cups. All right. And that's emotionally set boundaries. And don't rely on someone else to fulfill you emotionally, because you can do that within and go into the creator. So DHP, I hope that helps you. Right. Yeah. Just every day. Yep. Okay. All righty. You got a Siamese twin. All right. Let's go in here and let's get Dennis's questions done. This poor baby needs to go to bed. All right. He wants to know, I asked the Creator to grant me several gifts to help others. I believe I was to observe Rosh Hashanah as a test to see if I would. Is this true? And are these gifts going to manifest? All right. And I hope you had a beautiful Rosh Hashanah. You agreed to do this, honey. Yep. Well, asked them both in one reading. They gave it to me. I wasn't sure if they were just going to do one. All right. Had you doubted whether you wanted to do it or not, or you just second guessed it, like, no, maybe just for a split second, because the Knight of Cups, and it's like you just kind of back off and go, well, but no, you knew to do this. You agreed to do it, and that's part of your contract. And I think you kind of learned a couple of things along the way. That's the baby Page of Pentacles. And you were able to, this goes into manifestation as well. All right. Yeah. This is about spiritual gifts. Now, you're going to be getting a whole lot more of these. Actually, I'm quite interested to figure out how many. Wow. You're going to be getting some downloads. Baby Page of Swords. I just drew that. I said, how many? They're just going to be downloaded to you. It doesn't give me an amount, but you're going to be going back and forth to densities. Back and forth. Your spirituality is going to extremely grow. You need to do this for the whole world. It's going to change your whole world too. They are going to manifest. It's interesting. The skills that you're going to have, you're the only one that's going to have them. The Nine of Pentacles is doing a solo of abundance and sovereignty. You're the only one that has been given these gifts. They're going to be manifesting and downloading soon. You have the Sun card. Yes. They're only for you. That's beautiful. Yep. Lots of downloads coming. Lots of downloads. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Interesting. And don't fear them. You may question them when you get them, like, what? But you've got pendulum and you've got other ways of getting spirit to answer you. It says, don't fear it. They will be giving you downloads. It's going to be good because you got a firm foundation on that. And of course, your card comes in here as the King of Cups. That's beautiful. Be patient. Be patient. It's coming. The angels are going to bring them to you. Your guides are going to give them to you. You'll be downloading soon. All right. You may have already started to, even if you don't remember your dreams. We're going to finish your questions so you can go dreamy dream. Okay. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a, never mind. How about a ghost pepper? No, thank you. Funny. I appreciate you too, sweetheart. I love you. Go sleepy. I know you're tired. All right. Thank you for the coffees, babe. All right. Who is this Nadia person? Wait a minute. Okay. All right. I don't read these ahead of time, guys. So hang on. A couple of days ago, I noticed a bigger than normal grasshopper on tall grass. You walked up to the grasshopper, which was about 3 or 4 feet up off the ground on the tall grass, and we looked at each other eye to eye. Is that a message for you? All right. And I got your instructions to that question. I hope I didn't just blow it. You'll call and yell at me if I did. All right. All right. Yeah, if you guys stop the questions for me, I'm going to make sure I go back in here and get them all. All right. Let's see. What's up with this grasshopper? I just showed a picture of it in my head. Almost looks a little creepy to me, but I don't get negative. Just right. Okay. Interesting. It's a message, all right. Hope you pack your bags, Nadia. You traveling? Yeah, there's a message. Baby Page of Swords is get ready. So you're going to start a new endeavor. All right, new project. So Baby Page of Swords is getting that you're going to be getting downloads. How are you going to be getting downloads? You're going to be traveling too. Boy, aren't you guys just busy little bees? All right, so you're going to be going to different densities, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. All right. And who's going to be traveling you. So this is the grasshoppers. This is an off-world or different species because the star card comes in. They're going to be helping you travel around. You're going to be getting messages and downloads as well. All right. And you're not the only one, but you're going to be using these skills for the collective as well. You guys have a lot of the same cards today, and I sit here and shuffle them. So yeah, using the skills to teach the collective, but it also tells me other people in the collective will be seeing these signs as well. So if anybody else is seeing big bug-eyed creatures that are bigger than normal, please know it's a positive thing. And it also tells you that abundance is coming. It doesn't have to be financial, it can be, but abundance is coming. And what I'm getting is it's information, spiritual downloads. Do not let this scare you or bring you down or depress you. You may see some things you're not used to seeing. Surprise. All right. 3 of Swords is the suggestion of don't let it bring you down and depress you. 3 of Swords in reverse is supposed to be about healing. It's well aspected. So more healing skills. Get used to it. You have another Page of Wands. Be determined to do this because it's coming if it hasn't already. All right. So off-worlders are going to be working with you, going in and out and teaching you things. That grasshopper is just a form of an off-worlder in how that it can relate to you without you, grabbing your big girl granny panties and running away in fear. So patience, grasshopper. Yes. All right. All right. So that is that one. All right. I gotcha. Caroline, I see you, honey. I'll come right back to you. Let me go over and do a couple of more of DHPs, and then I will do chat. And Caroline, we'll get them done. I promise. All right. DHP wants to know: did Yeshua say to the watchers, "I have said of you, you are gods, but you will die as men," in the Hebrew Bible version, or something to that effect? Please don't stone me. Stone? Why would I stone you? We got to ask questions. If you hear me say duck DHP, then you might duck, but I won't throw things at you. I promise. You tick little man off around here, he'll throw rocks at you. We're trying to break that habit. All right. So did he say, I have said of you, you are gods, but you will die as men? Okay. Did he say it? Bikini panties? Well, she does. I don't want to see them. Just saying. We'll be bringing thongs into this. That's right. Parachute, multi-purpose. All right. Maybe Nadia can use them for a new shower cap. Just saying. All right. Did Yeshua say this to the watchers? I'm looking for swords because those are about words and truth. Ooh. He said it, and they didn't like it. Wow. Okay. All right. He did say it. Interesting. Had to study it there for a second. All right. This busy card today. He did say it, Knight of Swords, and he said it with a lot of authority. He just let him know ahead of time. But you done it now. The Knight of Swords. Yeah. I think of Yeshua on his white horse. You know what I'm saying? He is the sword of truth. Yeah, he said it all right. And this is a busy card today. Ace of Wands. Yes, he did. A lot of fire and passion when he said it. What did it do? That sad depression and made them miserable. But not only did it make them emotionally, spiritually miserable, that's when they really started to fight amongst themselves and cause wars and say, not only amongst themselves, but for humankind as well. He did say that. He warned them. He did warn them. Wow. They knew of their destruction ahead of time. Okay, I pulled two more. The Tower card. They knew they would be destroyed. So they vamped up this, and that's the thief stealing truth away from humankind. Lying. It's a lying thief. So wow. Oh, did you tell her I said hi?
Yeah, she said, I love you.
Okay. Nadia Jazz just came by. I missed her. I'll have to text her. All right. So he did say it to the watchers. It set them off. They did not like it. They sent me a great advice card though, because the sun card comes in here and it says it's beautiful. Don't worry about it. That's being completely filled full of joy. So we should not worry about this. Thank you, Spirit. We are independent of what they did. So don't worry about it. We don't carry that burden. All right? Yep. Did you do what, King? You sound like Urkel. Did I do that? All right. So they did say it. He did tell them that, and they knew that destruction was ahead. So they kind of vamped up their own anger and war and teaching humankind. But yep, it confirms. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. Yeah, well, if you're Urkel, do you wear your pants up around your chest? All right. That's the way you wear granny panties. Just saying. I don't know how this conversation started. I don't even remember. That's all right. We laugh. We love joy. Okay. The veil is thinner while we dream, and dreaming is one of our many direct communications with Father. Yep. Was the ability to lucid dream at will taken from us for this very reason? And by doing this to us, did we drastically hit a spiritual fall as a collective? All right, we'll do that first part. All right. Remember, every time we talk about lucid dreaming or astral projecting and going on those planes, be very careful that you know what you're doing, because you can get stuck. All right? All right. Only on Sundays. Okay. All right. All right. Settle down, Spirit. Cards are jumping. This is taking. Wow. Okay. They just don't want to hold still. When they spit them out, they spit them out. I don't argue. Yep. That's all I need to know. God, there's no good cards in that at all. Okay. Well, so it kind of tells you their motive and that it confirms that they did do it. The first card I pulled, well, there's a bunch of them that fell out and they're like, nope, leave them be. So the devil card comes in first. Yep. All right. They wanted you to walk away from that idea. All right. That they didn't want it to help you. Because if you can go into all of heaven or different universal densities anytime you wanted to, they wouldn't be able to control you. All right. So what do? They distract you with earthly 3D things so you're not even interested, or keep you so busy and so tired running this rat race in the simulation that you don't even have a desire to do it or have the strength to do it. All right. The death card. Absolutely. All the way to your death, they knew this. But now I want you to know that this can be well aspected with what's coming, because this means great change and that we'll be able to master this skill again. Yep. And the final card on that is hoodwink, to absolutely take the truth from you so that you can't do it. Now think of her as going up into this astral projection and bubbling, like going out there. All right. And all they do is take their swords and pierce it. Just pop, and they burst your bubble. So yeah, they do. They have taken it to keep us under their thumb and control us. All right. Now, the second part of your question was, for those of us who are mastering lucid dreaming at the highest level, are we awakening those around us to lucid dream on the subconscious level? Okay. Well, we do a lot of work when we're doing those things, and you could lucid dream with as a collective. If you all agree to go and you have the ability to do it, you can all meet up in the astral projection worlds outside in different densities. You can do this together. I know quite a few people that have mastered this skill. You just agree, and then you wake up and then you compare notes the next day. Hey, you remember this? You remember this? And you know that you were there doing the same thing because you all have the same memories. So it's fascinating. But let's answer your question. Are you helping awaken those around you? Lucid dream on the subconscious level. Okay. Wow. How in the world did you guys get mixed up in there that way? I don't know. I don't ask questions. All right. You are. Absolutely. I just did it. They just did 3 cards. Pick the 3 that are flipped up. And I'm like, what cards that are flipped up? And as soon as I split the deck, there they were. Knight of Wands. This is about determination to start a new plan. All right. But you are very strategic of how you do your plan. All right, but it's with determination. Are you doing this? Calling people and getting their attention to join me here, join me here. That's what you're doing. That's what judgment is. Someone higher level than them, getting all the ones down here and getting their attention and getting them to do it. And the Fool card is a definite yes. Come journey, start a new journey with me. Take a leap of faith. You are helping them. Always make sure that your intentions are pure and that you are determined to help them for the right reasons and go for positive things. We don't want to go off to war if we don't have to in our dreams. Okay? Your base card on that's a huge Ace of Swords. As long as you know what you're doing, just be careful and put a protective barrier. That's beautiful. Okay. People that do this have great strengths. Spiritually, you have great strengths to go from, but this is about energy. You start here on Gaia. And when you come back, I always recommend that you ground your energy and give it back to her. But yeah, you have the ability to take people and help them advance to go to different densities. Pick one. Yep, you certainly can. Well, that confirms it. All right. All right. That was that one. Now I'm going to go back and we're going to do the chat and we'll do the coffees again. All right. And your oracles today, I just did the basic ones. Thank you, Jules. I got it, honey. Thank you, darling. All right. So Miss Caroline asked, so is this a new power for me to feel vibration in your hands for yes and left for no? Yeah. Or did I just find it and was it always there? Most likely it was always there. You're just now coming back into it. And it's your body is and your spirit is remembering you've always had this ability as you ascend. You start realizing, ooh, I could do that. Wow. Whereas the King of Cups says, did I do that? That sounds horrible with my voice, but yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, Urkel. All right. Let's see what it says. Busy energetic cards bouncing today. All right. Got a lot of repeats too, but this is good. This is good. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Now, if you'll sit still. Okay. All right. So, Caroline, absolutely. Let me take this off here. All right. So, this is the card that got spit out. It is the Four of Swords, and that's about hidden gifts. They've been there. They've just been hidden and dormant, but now you're seeing the truth. Okay. It's been underneath you and in you all along. It's just now coming to fruition. Ace of Swords is a great confirmation that yes, this is an ability that you have. Not only will you get vibration, it can be heat and cold. It'll tell you yes or no. You can tune up your own vibration and energy in your body. Okay. But absolutely, this card comes back in and says this is kind of left or right, and how you use your hands. If you pay attention to the picture, it's pretty much what you're doing. Which is it? You're asking Spirit to confirm. You have another ace, and that is about I can manifest with my hands. See how he holds it? I can manifest using my hands. And your final card is the High Priestess. You need to work on sharpening your intuitive skills. This is a skill. Focus on it. Basically, we're all in training. We're just getting it to where it needs to be. All right? All right. Peg had this one. Is Space Force nefarious? Is Space Force in control of Atlantic aviation? Well, not the one that I'm aware of. They're a part of the Galactic Federation. I guess that we have a good military and we have a bad military. You just have to know which one we're talking about. Okay. Bad military will take orders regardless of what the Constitution and the people say. So let's just see what energy they can tell me on this. Okay. Not bad. They're not bad. No, they're not. Wow. It's amazing, though. Some of the things that they're doing. Oh, that I kind of figured that card would come back and pop in there with a Space Force question. And I'll do your Atlantic Aviation just a second. Let me take this off. They are not bad. This is an abundance card. That's a treasure chest. They are beautiful gifts. They are really positive. You just don't really know what they're doing. Remember, this is about hidden truths. You just are not supposed to know. Now, Spirit wants you to know what they're doing. They are working. This is the card that I knew would pop in there if Spirit was going to lead me in the right direction. They are part of the Galactic Federation. They are working with off-worlders to bring balance. What is the number one job that they have? I should have to say no more because you guys know these cards with the littles. Okay? They are not nefarious. Now, let me ask about this, what was it? Atlantic Aviation, if it's positive or no, is it in control of Atlantic Aviation? Okay. Is it in control? That's basically a yes or no. And anything else it wants to tell me. I think they've taken it over. Interesting. Let me take this off. I think they've taken it over. Atlantic Aviation. I guess they were allowed to keep the name, but you're not allowed to know this. Because the Eight of Swords is about you being tricked with the title, because swords are about words and titles. This was a great loss to the company, but the company was nefarious, but Space Force took it over. That company surrendered it to them. They're full of secrets, lots of secrets with the High Priestess in there. But that tells me that they go beyond the veil. Space Force took it over. And I was going to say, is this good or bad? And I pulled Strength and the Empress. So they're positive now, but they were bad. Basically, they went in and made them surrender it to them. The base card, that's a little Page of Cups. You'd be shocked to figure out how nefarious they were before Space Force took it over. All right. I hope that answers your question. All right, I'm going to let me go finish up the coffee. Let me refresh this here. Okay. I'm going to do Caroline's, then I'm going to do Kathy had one. Okay, Caroline wants to know, is there anything I can do to get my sister to break free of the past? Break free of the past. Well, I'm not going to lecture you about her free will. Now, what can you do to encourage her? Let me see. And if this is her contract, Spirit may tell me that she's just contracted to do it, and you can't, no matter what you do, it's not going to change her. But we're not going to hope for, anything negative. Let's see if there's something we can do. Break free of the past. She's not focused on it. That's the thing. Okay. Well, it gives advice cards. All right. So what you can do is manifest. Now, the Queen of Pentacles she's a great manifester. So you can manifest these things for her, but you need to remember unless she's on board with you and on the same page and she wants it too, it's not going to happen. She's too distracted. You can do it, but you can't interfere with her free will. So you can manifest and meditate and pray for the things to come to her. But if she is so distracted on the past about loss and basically in a funk, she's not going to come out of it. Now, believe it or not, it says if you set boundaries, emotional boundaries, to not let her energy affect you, great change would come. And I'm not accusing you of doing this, but I'm just saying that sometimes this happens. We become enablers, and we can preach and preach and preach. On the positive side, this can change. This can change. You just have to want it, manifest it. We can do the positive thing, or sometimes we enable it and hold hands and say, "Well, I'm praying for you." Well, sometimes we just set boundaries and walk away and go, "Well, you do you, and if that makes you happy, I'm sorry." I don't mean that nasty and ugly. We love our family members, but sometimes just walking away is actually the one wake up call that they need. But you have some advice, Caroline. Two of Swords. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You have a firm foundation, and that's what you need to focus on. If she's not willing to make the move, there's nothing you can do. Now, I don't have a contract card. It didn't show me anything like that. But I just keep getting that you're supposed to worry about. Okay. Thank you. For the Hangman. She's in limbo, but it puts you in limbo. You are enlightening and you're ascending. She's just stuck. I think she may like where she's at. Even when someone says, but they want something for themselves, but they're just comfortable. They like it. It's normal to them. You can manifest all you want to, but if they don't put in the work and they don't have desire to make changes, it's not going to happen. Let them be. I hope that doesn't discourage you. Continue to pray and do what you can, but honey, sometimes we can't and we're not meant to, and it hurts. But release that as an empath, release that information, that feeling that is not for you to carry, sweetheart. All right. Now, I'm going to do Kathy's question here, and then I'm going to finish DHP's last two, and then we'll be wrapping it up. Okay. Miss Kathy, what do we got, honey? How many of my diagnoses help other people to rise up to their level? Does ascension? To ascension? Okay. So you are diagnosed. So you are hoping that what you're going through is encouraging someone else. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see if cards agree with what Spirit says. All right. One of the greatest things we can do is give our testimony and our story. Because people a lot of times are fascinated. Wow, you did that. You came out of that. You're surviving that. You're strong. Wow. That's one of the greatest things we can do. I just pulled. Wow. Yep. Gotcha, Nadia. I just a card flew out, and that tells me a whole lot. That's beautiful. Wow. All right, Kathy, even though you have had times, this card's busy today too. All right, let me take this off. Even though you may have had times where you're not quite sure of your future and you just felt like you were kind of lost, like, oh God, what's going to happen? Actually, you're teaching people not to do that. All right. The baby page of coins comes in here and it says, which is a pentacle, that you have the ability, even as somebody starting on a new journey or a new path or a new obstacle in their life, that they have the ability to manifest what they want. They just have to focus on it. All right. The justice card comes in. You teach balance of the physical versus the spiritual. All right. And that it will serve itself out. It will balance itself out in the end. A lot of times when we spiritually ascend, we get sick. When it comes to cancer and things like that, we had a contract that we agreed to do it to help ourselves grow. And in order for people to grow themselves, they see you doing it. And this is what it means. It takes a great leader, that's the emperor, to get people to understand that you can overcome adversity. And that's the chariot. You're a warrior and you can do it. So be a leader, use your voice, use your testimony, your life experience to get them to have the strength to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. And the base card on that is it's positively aspected with the next card. Okay. It means never surrender. You will have victory. So that's what you're teaching them, which is a beautiful card. Cards together. Okay. All right. That is it for the starred ones. And I've got a couple of DHPs. We're going to finish him up. And then I'm going to do your giveaway. The three the little numbers that I pulled. And if you have not had a free reading yet, you may enter in the chat when we get ready to do it. So DHP, let's get to yours here. Everything in life is useful. Even garbage gets recycled to make new things. What is the reptilian blood good for? I'm not talking about digesting it. Maybe it can be recycled for other purposes, like super advanced tech, maybe. Okay, we'll start there. All right. Okay, settle down. Spirit's being bossy. That's all right. I'm used to it. Interesting. Well, it's fascinating that they are good for something, but it doesn't want us to really focus on it. There's something about they use it to energize something, but I can't figure out what it is. Okay, Ace of Swords is, yes, it is. It's not just their blood; it's their whole body. They give off a frequency or something. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but they have to be. Okay, so entrapment. Apparently, they're already doing this. This is about entrapment. Okay. Upon their death, this is the card that flew out, and I always laugh. So once they're trapped, and then upon their death, there's a reptilian on it. Okay. Upon their death, it can be changed into something with like energy, like it can be harvested and encapsulated into something is what I'm getting. But I'm not getting that we're supposed to worry about it or we'll be involved with it, because this says don't worry about it. And they're bossy when it comes to don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about it. It's just, it doesn't concern you. I don't think that it ever will. Okay. Apparently that they use something, militaries are already using it. That their secrets. It's doesn't want me to keep asking, but the military are manifesting something out of it. That's a manifestation. It doesn't say what. What was the second part of you? Can the reptilian body produce a special kind of mineral or metal? Oh, well, maybe that's what I got that Four of Pentacles for. Let's just ask that energy of that card. Okay. It said it's a recycling process. So it has to be extracted, because that's judgment to be pulled up and out of. And then it can be turned into something new. The full card, these are major arcana, so those are yeses. Once it's extracted or their bodies are recycled, I guess, it turns into something new and it's positive, but they harness it into a container. So it does confirm it that it can, but it doesn't want us to be concerned, because I don't think that we're supposed to be involved in doing this process. The military handles all that. So, okay. And I do know that there are positive reptilians. It's hard to wrap your brain around that, but there are positives. So, and they probably know this. So maybe they helped, I don't know, teach the military what the negative ones could be recycled into. Okay, last one. Ancient carvings depict Inky with a man purse. Yeah, we've talked about it. What did the purse produce? Okay, we've done shows on this, but I'll go back and ask Spirit again, assuming it was something like a magician's hat. And also, our man purses today is symbolic representation of Inky and his man purse. I kind of doubt it, but you're not asking me. So let's just see. All right. The Geico lizard. Yeah. That's what they were good for, making insurance commercials. That's what we'll say. All right. Let's see with this man purse. We've done shows on this with the round table. I think that's before you joined the family DHP, but we've talked about it. It leads back to the Anunnaki, and that it could even lead back to Thoth. And they also carried the Ankh, which is the cross and the loop on the top, and that it had energy to be able to for transportation. Like they could go back and forth through the open portals and go through it and travel. But let's see if Spirit wants to enhance anything we learned. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. They have the ability. Yeah, it's about traveling, it's moving. All right. Three of Wands and the Chariot, both are the first cards that came in, and that's about traveling and going back and forth. Absolutely. So they're in control of these portals. Now, it also gives them strength, because the Hermit, this is divinity. That means just like this is like a staff of power, it gives them power and strength. This is about energy. I see I still keep getting that traveling. Now, there's only a certain amount of people that actually carried it. It was actually the leaders because the King of Wands comes in. So that's great leaders, and they had to have determination or something about their spirituality. There's another open a new door, a new portal, and the strength. It keeps coming in. It gave them physical strength, and it was about traveling. Well, let's do this modern day man purse thing and what that means. That could just be a 3D, it could be a mockery, but let's see. Or somebody's just trying to make a fashion statement. All right. Yeah, Nadia, I just read the last. Wait a minute. Nope. Hold on. Nope, my phone jumped. That was an old message. Sorry. All right. Russ, I wouldn't tell him that. Round table's been renamed Rockefellers. I don't know about that. I know you're teasing. All right. What do these modern day man purses represent? Okay. Nothing more than, believe it or not, it's showing their femininity. Okay. But it's also about money too, because this is just about holding belongings. That's a worker bee. What they just use it as a purse, literally, to hold money. I get confused. Not quite sure which they are. Are you male or female? Very distracted emotionally. And I'm getting, that's not my personal ego answering that. This is what Spirit says. Yeah. They've been called to do this just as distraction. It's absolute distraction. Now, this is, you take this how you want to, but I'll just show you because they're very fast moving. Judgment. All right. Yeah. Take it as you want. So, this is, it just tells me that what they're doing modern day is just about confusion. It's just modern day three-dimensional distractions and a confusion of not quite sure which way they're going. You do whatever you want to do. That's just what Spirit says. Okay? All right. Now, I think that is all your questions for the day. Yep. That is it. Now, let's do this. I am going to watch the clock. I'll let it run for about a minute. I'm going to do this 3 times. If you have not tried to qualify for a reading or not won a free reading, then please participate. I'm going to think of a number between 1 and 20. And I'm going to do it 3 times. And if that's the case, you will receive a free reading from me. And the only instructions I tell people is everything's in the description. You can text me and tell me who you are and say, I want to set up and schedule a free reading, or you can use the email and I will get back with you. I will work with my schedule and I will be as flexible as I can. Obviously, I have other clients, but I've got a life too. So, and I'll work around the show, but I will work with you the best way I can. But I'm going to give 3 more away. So I'm going to think of a number between 1 and 20. I wrote 3 different numbers down on 3 little folded pieces of paper before the show, so I didn't do it as we're doing it. That would seem unfair. If you would like to participate, you may. Now, Moon is entitled to do this because the one that she had last week was actually purchased. So, anyway, now I know that a couple of you still have questions. I did not work this weekend. I just didn't pick up my phone yesterday. I just didn't. So a couple of you still have questions. I will get them. I promise. All right. Now here we go. So I'm going to start the clock now, and I'll let it run for a minute, and I will keep track of what. And anybody, you all can participate if you haven't had one, but if you don't want it, if you win, you can donate it and you can pick the person. So you can do that too. That's fine. So I think an easy way to do this, I might just star them. That way I know who has picked. All right. Thank you, DHP, for the compliment. Gotcha. Okay. Caroline. Russ. Okay. All right. Time's up. Let me go back up here and see which ones I got. All right. I wrote 3. I'm just picking one. They're folded up. The number is the number 2. The number 2. So let's see who's closest. That would be Joe Patrie. Joe Patrie has won a reading. All right. So Joe, you contact me. The reason I stopped it at a certain point, so I picked, I don't know, there were like 7 of them in there. Yeah, 1 number per person. Yeah, don't change your number because that makes it a little too difficult. If everybody could choose 20 times, they'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just if you pick a number, stick to that number. Okay. So the number was 2, and Joe's was the lowest number that I saw. Okay. All right. So Joe got that one. So let me write this down. All right, that's that one. All right, here we go again. 1 to 20. I have 2 left. They are folded. I do not see them. Once you pick a number, stick to that number. Don't try to change it because that makes it a little confusing. I see it come up, and I will star it. So you may begin. 1 to 20. All right. All right. Renee is participating through the phone. I have hers down too. Okay. All right. About 15 more seconds. All right. All right. And stop. All right, here we go. Got 12, 13, 7, 10. Okay. All right. And let's see. Renee had 14. All right. Jen's doing her math. All right. So let's see. Pick our number. We have the number 20. Number 20. Oh, that's really bad lighting. 20. All right. So it would be our highest number. Renee had 14. We have two doubles. All right. Is it the same number? Russ and Moon had 13. I started at 12:39, so I have to go down here. So Mary Jean had 12. Russ had 13. Moonchild had 13. Jules had 7. Kay had 10. 10. All right. So the highest number would be, I think it's Renee. And she's doing it through my phone. That's the only way she can communicate with us. So, oh, Itasca. Oh, was that from the previous one? Yeah, I think it was from the previous one. Wait a minute. I have to do, yeah, it was Itasca. Okay, it's 16. That's what I thought, Nadia. I wasn't quite sure. I have to try to look at the timestamps, but all right. Okay, Itasca. So that was that one. All right, we're going to do it one more time. One more time. You're still in the running. This is not I'm going to be doing it all month, so don't worry if you don't get discouraged. So we have Itasca and we have Joe, and we're going to do it one more time. It's okay. I get confused anyway. It's fine. That's why I got my mods in there keeping me straight. All right, we got one left. We got one left. 1 to 20 and go. All right. And I know there's a delay, so I'm trying to give you a minute. I'm looking at the timestamp. Okay, I got you, Renee. Nice try, DHP. You're so funny. Okay, about 10 more seconds. And I started it at the timestamp of 12:43. So I think, yeah, that's what it was. All right, and stop. All right, Renee on the phone had the number 16. Russ and Moon had 13. Mary is 10. Jules is 7. Caroline is 12. I think that was it. All right, so let me unfold the number so you can see it yourself. The number was 17. 17. So that would be Renee. She had 16. She's on my phone. You're going to have to trust me. But Renee had 7. She had 16 and the number was 17. So it's Sister Renee's. All right. So Joe, Itasca, and Renee are my winners today. And I will be doing it again after I get these scheduled and completed. I don't want to overbook myself because That's a lot. Okay. All right. Alrighty. You get, like I said, contact me by phone or email, and I'll get you scheduled. All right. And I'll work with your schedules the best I can. Excuse me. Let's do your oracles. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday for our roundtable where we will be discussing the 7 universal laws. All right. How they affect us. All right. And possibly in different universes where they may not apply. Okay. All right. Let's do your oracles and I will let you go. And I'm going to go put a cough drop in, or I'm going to make some tea. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Here we go. Let's do. That's okay. That's fine, Renee. Thank you, honey. Thank you for joining. All right. Here are your oracles today. Thank you all so much for having patience to deal with the frog today. But, it is what it is. All right. It's all right. I keep pushing through. All right. Here's your angel of abundance today. Now, I just did the normal. I didn't do all the extra oracles today. I just didn't. As Spirit says, no, just do the basics. That's fine. They probably knew my energy was going to be off and I would need it to read the questions. Okay. So, oracles today, face your financial fears. All right. When you are honest with yourself about your fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self doubts. Yeah, no fear of the unknown with any kind of abundance that you have in your life. Fear only feeds the negative. Positive manifests the good outcomes. And I'm preaching to the choir when I say that because you guys know it. But you actually have to work at it and do the work. It's not just going to happen. Okay. Thank you, Russ. All right. Your archangel today is actually the cherubim. All right. It says, look to the stars, accept keys and codes of stellar wisdom. Again, smart. You are blessed to receive the cherubim card, for it indicates that you are being lit by beautiful angelic energy. You're being asked to bring this through you and pass it on to others to switch their lights on too. Well, we talked a lot about that today with our gifts that are being downloaded, the upgrades that people are getting, and how we're supposed to really channel that and help others. We are to share our gifts. We don't hoard them to ourselves. All right. All right. Here we go. Sacred Forest Oracle. Beautiful. Wise Woman of the Grove. That's about grace. Look, it's Nadia. I don't know why it just reminded me of her. This is like a shaman woman. The spirit of the wise woman of the grove. It says you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. All right. Well, once again, that means if someone is choosing a path that you don't agree with, even though you know better, walk away. Respect their choice, honor it, and walk away. It's as simple as that. They have the free will. We give them the grace and mercy and the space that they need. Do not force people to do stuff that they don't want to, have no desire to do, no energy. They may decide to do it on their own, but they're not going to do it by the twist of our arm. Okay? Pray for them in silence if you need to. They will come to you if they need you. Walk away. That seems to be a theme. If you know someone that doesn't want to change or do the work, walk away. And when the time comes, and if we've ascended and they haven't, we're not doing I told you so. They will figure it out. All right? Your white light oracle today, the alabaster tablet of Layla. How pretty. Alabaster tablet of Layla. Okay. You are remembering at a soul level. You're tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest life purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may evoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. Remember all the people that are getting downloads of gifts, whether they've already started or will continue, or maybe it'll be a while. Remember, embrace them. Spirit's got you. Believe in yourself. All right, we're gonna do your chakras today. The first one we have is impasse. Well, maybe our impasse is deciding what path to take with our loved ones who can't quite get where we think they should be. Okay. What's done is done. This card can indicate the end of a great emotional upset. The power to change direction for the better is supported in rust. Your angels appear to protect you in the long run. This is a detour, not a no. Be in the here and now. Things will change. Go where you're led for now. All right. It could change. It's not a no. It just says for now. All right. Your next one is release. Release. This is a neutral color tone. It's a gray color. So it says, see all that you are, for you possess a power that you have not yet to understand. This may feel daunting, but great freedom awaits as you meet your shadow self. Profound inner wisdom is coming to you. Stand steady. You are more than you know. Aren't we? We're still tapping into our gifts and our abilities and how much love and abundance that we have. We'll get there, but release the negativity. Make room for the good stuff. All right. Your final card today. It's a beautiful card. It's also a neutral color gray. It's instinct. Instinct, wolf of white light. To step into the light, we let go of all senses other than our pure instinct. When unfiltered, it guides us to the higher ground and the help of our angels. This is the time to be in the protector or to be the protected. You will know which role that you're in. All right. If you need protection, your guardians and your angels and your creator will do that. If you need to protect someone else or a situation, you'll know. You have the intuition to be able to do that. Now, you also need to remember that we have to set our ego aside. Allowing our ego to overtake our intuition is a recipe for disaster almost, because you're going to run around in circles. All right. You're constantly going to be butting heads and running into a wall. Turn the ego off and say, step aside and trust your discernment and your guides and what they're telling you to do. You'll get it. You'll get it. And if you don't, they'll still be there to come back around when you figure it out. All right. But that's all we're going to do today. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, thank you for the love and grace and the mercy you gave me with my voice and energy and all that. The questions were beautiful. You guys always have the best questions. Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we will do our roundtable, and we'll get into our 7 universal laws. Okay. Yeah, Nadia does work on me. I know when she does. It's going in and out, and I'm gonna make some tea and just chill and try not to talk. My family's going to be so happy. I will continue to rest, but I will see you on Wednesday. If you want a reading, contact me one way or another. I'll work with you. Okay? All right, guys. I love y'all. Love and light. Some because maybe that's the only sound you can make. All right. Have a blessed day. Enjoy yourselves. And I will talk to you soon. See you Wednesday for the roundtable. Okay? All right. You guys are great. All right. Be blessed. I love ya. Bye-bye.